Hello everyone, good evening, welcome back to Dragon's Dogma. Last video was a bit on the short side. We got dive bombed by a griffin that I was totally ready to fight. And then it just took off. That's okay, we're gonna do Mercedes' quest now. So there's rumor of revolt up here, and looks like there's some revolt going on right there. That looks like revolt to me. So, we're here to check it out. Mercedes is like, hey, I'll take care of this. I don't want you to interfere. I need to prove that, you know, I'm not just a horrible political prisoner. Or, I'm not entirely sure what the proper terms would be, but she wants to prove that she's useful. And so she's like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go check it out. Just don't worry about it. We can't actually kill those guys, I don't think. Yeah, they're just gonna fight forever. Yeah, so naturally, of course, that means I'm gonna come here and check it out. And this is where things get interesting. We're gonna have to make a decision here.
You colluded with Salvation to work sedition among the Duke's men!
Salvation? You place me in ill company. I'm a man of this world. Fantasies of death and redemption concern me not one whit. Now legends. Legends stoke up the masses. If Duke Edmund were to best a second dragon, Francis would take the ascendant. But her neighbors ill want a giant looming at their borders, am I wrong?
Spare me your sophistry! The word neighbor sours on your forky tongue. Our lands have long sworn unstinting aid to any neighbor beset by the dragon.
Unstinting, you say? Tell me then, why has your Lord Father not sent your brother, joined by Hearthstone's finest steel? Why am I speaking instead with a bleating she-goat mocked even by her own men?
You will retract those words, sir!
Else suffer what consequence?
Else I shall wash my honor clean in your blood!
And you? You will play her second? I would welcome the challenge.
Stay out of this! He's made an open mockery of me and my homeland!
Alright.
Thought, nay,
Duel.
trusted you are above the base treasons of Salvation's like.
I'm gonna pause real quick. So they're gonna talk and they're gonna fight and they're gonna go back and forth and they're gonna do their thing. Now, if we just watch, Mercedes loses. Julian is just flat out a better fighter. I could side with Julian. We could go attack Mercedes and kind of speed the whole thing along a little bit. That has interesting consequences. I'm not going to do that. The other option is we could side with Mercedes, even though she told us to stay out of it. If we go in and attack Julian a little bit, and I'm probably going to like snipe him with a bow and arrow, then Mercedes will kind of use that advantage to win the duel. So we can influence what happens here. I'm going to do that last thing that I said, but we're going to let this play out a little bit and let him chat for a bit.
An Earthbreaker of your ilk is champion to no man, Julian.
Salvation? Damns a lot of them. And their idle talk of destruction and redemption. They were convenient to my purpose, nothing more. The day of Edmund Dragonsbane is past. He will not slay another worm. So what cause is served by sending men to die for his pleasure? The swift death of Contrivances is the greatest mercy to our neighbors.
And what of those of this land who will die for your peace? Will you stand idly by while a people lose their land, their very lives to a plague of beasts? You are no knight, villain!
Pray, think of the morrow. The dragon will come again, to your homeland and to mine. Who shall stand against it then, if we are spent, all of us, for having held to some ancient pact? What is gained by all our deaths? Naught, I say, and naught would say your Lord Father.
How dare you, sir! I will not suffer such slander!
There we go. She was about to lose.
You owe the Arisen a debt of thanks, woman. Your she-goat's pride is lost, but you've kept your head.
Yay! Okay, now there's another interesting thing.
Make a...
Shut up for just a moment, Mercedes. So, if we leave, then it triggers another cutscene and then we're done with this quest. This is our last real chance to interact with Mercedes, so I've already maxed out my affection with her, so I don't need to do any of that. If I had not, this is when I'd want to give her some items. I don't think I have any cloud wine or anything on me either. That would be material, right? We have... Can I make... I don't think I have any things to make the thing that I'm after. It would be the, like, the wormwood sap or whatever that the goblins drop. Yeah, so we can't make that. That's fine. So yeah, the other thing that we can do, Julian is dead. He is dead. He is totally dead. He is not alive. I could use a wakestone to bring him back to life, though.
I am a meager choice to send as aid. I know it well. Still, I could not.
So if we bring him back, then he'll give us his shield, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a cool-looking magic shield for, like, the magic warrior, but I'm not one of those, and I'm not going to be one of those, so, Mercedes, how you doing?
I must make a pitiable sight. I knew.
Okay, well, yeah, so I'm not going to bother doing anything else here, and cutscene.
I put on a shameful display. Lord Julian had the truth of it, every word. I am weak. I serve no purpose here, save as hollow homage to an empty pact. Aids in name only. Hearthstone or Contrivances, there's not a man in either who expected anything else of me. I knew it well enough, tasted it on every breath I drew, yet still I fancied myself a knight. Arisen. I will return to Hearthstone. Not to lick my wounds, but to petition my Lord Father that Grancy's people receive true aid. I will not send you to meet the dragon with their fates weighing upon you. After, I shall return here, to aid you however I may. I am a fool. Pray, accept this token. I haven't much to give, but it would please me to know it provided you some small comfort on your journey.
Yay, we got a sword. How you doing, Mercedes?
I cannot hope to grow strong overnight, but I will return a woman able to serve you. Until then, pray be well.
Alright, cool. So that is this quest all wrapped up and finished. Julian's dead. If you revive him, he'll be like, oh, I realized that I was a horrible person. I'll just walk myself to the dungeons and turn myself in. And then he does that, which is silly and contrived, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really want to do here. So let's carry on with the next little bit of the quest line here. This is where things get interesting. So, back to Grand Soren. I forget how long it's been since I last checked to see if there are new skills available for me to buy. So I'm going to swing by and do that real quick before we go talk to Aldous and turn in that quest line.
I
here. Have your pick. Any you like.
Learn. Tusk Toss is not good. Ooh, Intimate Strike can be upgraded to Intimate Gambit. Ooh, it also stuns them now, it looks like. Maybe. Powder Charge. Place an explosive on the ground to be detonated from afar. So that could be a fun thing that we could do. I'll spend money upgrading that, although it seems like a waste. Not gonna worry about those. There we go. Triad Shot. Pentad Shot. So we now shoot 5. This is the like fan of arrows, I think. So we got full bend. Sorry, there's a very loud airplane flying around outside, so I hope that didn't come through on the mic. We'll see. Full bend. So this is kind of your like your dire shot or whatever. Like you charge up and you shoot like a really beefy arrow. That might be good. Special Sight augments the user's vision, allowing them to target distant foes. Each shot requires extensive stamina. So this is like sniping. So this gives you the ability to like massively zoom in with your arrow, which is interesting. Skewer Dart can drop a foe's block. That's kind of cool. Blunting Arrow. So this has a pretty decent shot at inflicting torpor, which will like slow down an enemy. That might be a good thing to have. That might be a fun thing to play with. I also like full bend. Keen Sight could be fun also. Alright, let's just buy everything. No new core skills. Oh, deflect. We should just pick that up just so I have it. So watchfulness, that is useless. Augments your strength and mitigates damage taken, but only at nighttime. This used to be stupidly overpowered. It used to give you like a 40 or 50% damage boost. Like it was ridiculous. Maybe not this one. Maybe this one was less. Maybe this one was like around 20 or 30%, and then the other one was. But there were a couple. Increases your health, but only at nighttime. Increases your stamina, but only at nighttime. The other one is if you're by yourself and don't have any pawns, it boosts your strength and damage. Those have been nerfed into the ground, but they used to be pretty okay. Is there anything else that I want you to learn? The giant wall of fire for lighting foes on fire is kind of cool. Frigger is also a pretty sweet ability. Oh, I'll give you high grapnel just so you have that as an option. Yeah, I don't really know what else to spend all of your discipline points on. We'll get that, because Combustion could be useful. It's a utility thing. It lights foes on fire, causes them to take damage over time, and a lot of enemies will panic and run around, just like trying to put the fire out. So, I don't know. Yeah. Yes, I want to change my own abilities, I think. Not any of those. Not using daggers. Threefold Arrow, I would love to have the upgrade for that, but Puncture Dart I think we're going to get rid of. Full Bend. I know I just upgraded that, but I might go with Blunting Arrow instead.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again.
So we'll give this a shot. I'm open to trying out new things with this character class. I don't usually play as an assassin, so this is very, very different for me. I prefer the magic classes. By far, the magic classes are the most fun, but this gives us some interesting options. So, full bend. Okay, that actually does not take that much stamina, which is interesting. Blunting Arrow. Oh, and we have to do that every time. So the only real cost to the Blunting Arrow is just the animation, it looks like. Interesting. I wonder how effective it is. Probably much more effective after we actually upgrade it, but it could be useful right now. Torpor is surprisingly handy, because it really slows down the movements and the attacks and just everything about the enemies. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I think sorcerers have a torpor ability. They generate like a torpor aura around themselves, which can be really, really handy. Sorcerers have some surprising utility skills. Okay. Hello.
It seems the Stone of the North stands quiet once again. You have my thanks. 'Twas an ill surprise indeed to find salvation's reach extends so deep within our ranks. 'Tis a testament to the rising fear within the people's hearts. We must be vigilant against such corruption, lest the duchy rot away afore the dragon ever comes.
What? Very well. I shall see to it at once. A matter of a most pressing nature has come to us. Make for the southern Way Castle immediately. I've received a report that one of the Duke's men has returned from afar, gravely wounded. He asks to speak with you, in all haste, Arisen. 'Tis odd his message was not writ in the report. An oversight brought on by haste, no doubt. Pray, fly to the Way Castle and hear the man's message, sir. Meanwhile, I am to see the Duke on another matter no less urgent. 'Tis a restless day.
Alright, so we need to go see what this super urgent message is that was mysteriously not spelled out, not written down. Yeah, this is as fast a route as any. We have to go back to where we met Mercedes at the very beginning of the game, like right near the Water God's altar, where we started her little escort mission. And I don't know whether it's further to come from here and go up through the pass, or to start... Yes, Case, keep trying to figure out who the Knights Champion is. Good job. Well done. We're done with that quest, you moron. I don't know if it's quicker to start here or to start from Cassardus and go past the stronghold and then, like, wind through the switchbacks to kind of get up to that area. That might be quicker. It's probably quicker. I don't know. So yeah, let's just dash out of the city and go figure out what this mysterious message is that we have to get over there and learn about. And you know, while we're on our way, let's just hope that it's not a trap. It certainly doesn't seem like a trap. There's nothing trap-like about any of this. I'm sure nobody's going to try to smuggle horrible monsters into the city while we're gone. And everything is going to be fine. It's all going to work out. We're going to learn this secret message, and it's probably going to give us a clue about, like, I don't know, killing the dragon or something, maybe? Yeah, let's go with that. That sounds good. I like that. It's a good little narrative there. Sorry, I always like killing these cows because their meat is pretty fantastic. I'm not going to kill too many zombies and things. I already have grown bored with that. Alright. And this is exactly why I like to have all these stamina recovery items. For these sorts of quests where I'm just kind of want to get it over with, I think we can go this way? No. Wrong turn. I always get this turn and the next one mixed up. This is the one that we want.
Kill 'em all! Kill 'em all!
Come on. Ooh, that had like a cool little slowdown animation thing. There's an archer up there. I'm really not concerned about him. This is probably not anything useful. Yeah, foreign knife. It is definitely not anything useful. Oh. So many of you bandits. And I think that harpy just, like, flew directly into the fire, which is kind of cool. I like this, how, like, you can see all the, like, smashed crates and the rotting vegetables and stuff from where the bandits sort of pounced on that caravan. And here we are. This is where we had to go, I believe. There we go. Alright, what was your super urgent message?
Arisen! Urgent word from the capital, sir. You are to return to Aldous' side with all possible haste.
Yep. That was our message. Ah, it's a trap. I do kind of like this quest, even though it's just very contrived and artificial. Oh, defeat the cockatrice. Yeah, so, I'm sure we'll get the whole story after we're done with the quest, but somebody brought a gift to the Duke, just like how we brought the Hydra head. Somebody brought a dead cockatrice, only turns out it wasn't so dead. And it turns out the bringers of the gift were probably Salvation. Now, if you know any of your mythical creatures, cockatrices have a very interesting property in fantasy games and fantasy literature. They're bad news bears. Oh, shoot that, shoot that, shoot that! Shoot it a lot! There we go, that's what I wanted to do.
It worked! It worked! Rage! Tear the city stone from stone! Salvation comes! Grand Sorilor died in blood and drowned in fear! You fools!
I doubt blunting arrow is going to do anything, but oh my gosh, it did! Torpored up. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Die!
Now, do you see why torpor is phenomenal? So I don't know if... Oh, that's bad. We don't want to stand in that stuff. Oh, and it just flew off? That's a bummer. What is this? I'm very confused about why you are glowy things. That's fine. Okay. Well, bummer. I actually wanted to kill that. That would have been fun. Yeah, so the cockatrice can petrify you, which is really, really bad. I think it leads to instant death, like a game over, if you let it.
Sir Aldous awaits you, Arisen. Best you did.
Alright, well, that was somewhat anticlimactic. That was a fun fight. I wanted to keep going, though. I think cockatrices, like the Griffin, can just show up in the game now, although they're pretty uncommon.
To allow an agent of salvation through. And in sending you away afore the creature was revived, the damage was all the greater. While I, in my fool credulity, ran to the castle, only to be knocked insensate by some villain. 'Twas a lucky thing the beast was kept from the residential quarter. Ugh, or the castle. We must rethink the practice of tribute to prevent such a happening again. For now, though, the danger has passed. What of the damages?
We held our ground somehow. Not a single trophy was lost, sir. 'Tis a testament to the efforts of the Arisen. You have our thanks, sir.
Truly, sir, you are a wonder. You've handled the task perfectly. The beast is slain, and the treasure unscathed. 'Tis the first chapter of a new legend, sir. Or at the very least, a task well done.
Yay! Alright, well, what else you got?
Hail, Arisen. His Grace has taken notice of your feats and selected you to lead an expedition. It is a difficult task, but of critical importance to the defense of the front. The Duke was adamant that none would do so fine as you, sir. The journey will take you afar, Arisen. If you've tasks to complete or personal matters to attend to, pray, do so now. It is like you will not see Grand Sorin for some time.
Interesting. So I think this is it. I think
Very well.
that's going to be...
Tis too great an honor for one of my stature.
Oh, festy. I think that's it. I think that is going to be the go fight the dragon quest. Which, Dragon Quest, pretty great franchise. I'm a pretty big fan of those games. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that right yet. We'll probably...
It's a worthy experience, and you'll have more of the Duke's trust for it.
Yes, thank you. I'm not going to worry about Geosaurians yet. We could probably go kill 5 more bandits without too much effort. 7 more seabirds. I just need to go to Cassius. They're all over the damn place down there, and they're pretty easy to pick off. Those quests don't matter. It's other story quests like I don't even know. There are a bunch of things. Oh, well, actually, I think we can start Madeline's next quest. I think after the cockatrice and after all the stuff with Julian, the Knights Champion, there's quests. I think there's more quests to do now. So I'm going to maybe poke around and look at some of those, and that's what we'll think about doing in the next video, probably. Let's head down to Madeline and we'll end it there. Or I'll end it on the way, or something. I don't know, it depends on how long I'm going to ramble for, and I can ramble for quite a long time if I feel like it. Yeah, no, I got nothing else. Thank you all for joining me, and may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you!